Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP in this video a little bit. We're going to talk about Ripple, the World Economic Forum, things going on around the world. So let's take a look. Digital identity is the nexus to interoperable metaverse. Digital ID is shaping up to be your passport to the metaverse, according to the globalists at the World Economic Forum. Published last month, the World Economic Forum and Accenture Interoperability in the Metaverse highlights that digital identity will be a key component in the coming metaverse. I don't like this at all, because now kids are going to be signing up for a digital ID so they can access the metaverse. And I know there's a dark agenda behind this. Plus, we know a digital ID eventually leads to a social credit score. Ripple's partner Accenture, and we know Accenture is a partner of Ripple. And I believe Ripple has a lot to do with what's going on at the World Economic Forum. Brad sits on the board there. So that's still not going to make me sell my XRP, because I feel we're investing in what the elites are looking at, what they're going to use in the future. We need to enrich ourselves while we still can. I say it all the time, because in the future, they're going to price us out of so many things. That's why it's important to have money. Look out, lab rats. It's starting. Canada to launch digital identity program. Now, people here in the United States will say, well, that's Canada. That'll never happen here in the U.S. Well, real IDs are coming here in the U.S. this year. They're selling it as an upgrade to your driver's license. If you want to enter a federal building, you need a real ID. If you want to travel, you need a real ID. That's the first step to your digital identity. Now more than ever, we have work to do to make it easier for Canadians to interact with the government of Canada, and we are committed to better serving Canadians in a digital age. This will require modern, integrated systems and an unwavering focus on the needs and experience of citizens. We have made progress, but we must continue to improve. During the pandemic, the government quickly deployed new and innovative programs to support Canadians. But we have also seen examples where we can do more to deliver secure, reliable, and easy-to-use digital services. Take notice how they make it sound like this is something you need if you want to continue to access these services. If you want to help us improve the system, you need to get your digital ID. That's for the people that don't know any better, the people that are still asleep. We know what this leads to. Again, the social credit score and a CBDC. World Economic Forum vows to ban dangerous eggs after study finds they cure COVID. Now, you can't even make this up at this point. Eggs are suddenly more dangerous than crack or heroin, according to the global elite, who say they want to ban people from consuming them for their own good. So how do they get you to stop eating eggs? Well, they price you out of eggs. The price keeps going higher and higher until you can't afford them. They're going to do that with so many things in the future. Wait and see. World Economic Forum, ditch your car and save the planet. The World Economic Forum is not alone in seeing an almost criminal culpability in anyone who owns a vehicle for private use. Now, overseas, we see Switzerland, Ireland, some other places already putting laws in place so that you can't drive a car moving forward. At some point, this will come to the U.S. as well. Right now, they're pushing the EVs in certain states. They want to outlaw gas-powered vehicles. But again, everything's going to amp up here in the U.S. as well, because our government is working against us. The Biden administration on Friday proposed tougher energy standards for household washing machines, refrigerators, and freezers, rules aimed at reducing emissions while also saving consumers money. Let me tell you something, this isn't going to save us any money, period. Appliance companies, however, would need to invest approximately $2 billion over the next 3 years to update product design and manufacturing lines to comply with the new standards, the Energy Department conceded. The department estimated that in one of the more likely of 5 economic scenarios, the compliance costs would cost a 15% to 30% drop in the industry's value. That $2 billion is going to be put in the price of appliances, so you can expect all appliances to go up in the near future. Privacy is important, so let's talk about it. Check out our full press release to read about how DDP is diving into the technical, legal, and regulatory considerations to achieve the proper functional requirements for privacy in a potential US CBDC. Now, I've seen politicians talk about this. I've seen people want to put laws ahead of a CBDC. The problem is technology is moving faster than our government moves. Any law that gets written up around privacy as far as a CBDC, it'll take way longer to get that law put in place than a CBDC rolls out. That's why they always have that in that executive order that Biden signed. In an emergency situation, they don't even need a vote to roll out a CBDC because they know they're going to do it either way. People in Nigeria destroying ATMs because central banks limit withdrawal to $44 a day. We also seen this in the UK where you could only take out so much money. Why? Because they want to get you away from cash. They're pushing for a cashless society, little by little. And then it all leads to this. So you see the digital wallet, bank participants, public participants, business participants, digital ID, social credit score, numerical social rating, personal and criminal history, debt, income, social media content, digital forms of ID, banking, vaccination, health certification. And again, you might not be able to access the metaverse unless you're vaxxed. You won't be able to access other things in the future either. I don't care what I can access. I'm never getting it. And again, this is all about being a slave to the system. Again, from the World Economic Forum white paper on digital ID, pay attention to the future section. Notice it reads, embedded in bodies. Now we're at the consent stage. Evolution, shift to control to user. Future, agency. Next level of data, intermediaries. Embedded in body, devices, homes, cities, etc. Why do they want this in you so bad? I always think about that. Why does it have to be inside your body? Well, then I gave it some more thought and I said to myself, maybe if they put this chip in you, they could control that chip. So say, for instance, you're just out there speaking out loud against whatever their agenda is. All of a sudden, they could type into a computer, hit a button, the chip breaks apart in your bloodstream, and you're done. That's just my theory on it. But, I mean, it makes sense because they want you to have it so bad. I still don't understand it. Why can't it be in a card? Or maybe, you know, some sort of ring that you wear. People have talked about that in the past, but no, they want it in you so bad for some reason. The CDC is controlled by Gates and his gang at the World Economic Forum. These institutions should not be in charge of your babies and children. Research do not comply to their schedule. Why is Gates investing in the World Health Organization, Gavi, the Vaccine Alliance, Johns Hopkins, Imperial College London, CDC, Media Action? You take notice, he wants to control the narrative. Whoever controls the science can control the fear aspect. And again, this guy wants to depopulate the planet. So who, Tedros says, we must prepare for a potential H5N1 human bird flu pandemic. The terrorist continues to push the propaganda out to the public. The WHO is a big pharma sales organization. Nothing more, nothing less. Bird flu, don't assume risk to humans will remain low, the WHO warns. So I feel what's going on is people are starting to lose the fear of COVID. They're like, it's COVID. Most people got it. They're over it now. And it doesn't have that impact it used to have. So now they have to come up with a new narrative, the bird flu. They'll probably have a vax to go with this as well. The World Economic Forum wants proof of stake to kill Bitcoin. The World Economic Forum runs the world. The World Economic Forum owns the Biden admin. They're going to ban proof of stake. I said it from day one. At some point, they are going to kill off Bitcoin. I feel bad for the new investors coming into crypto, and all of a sudden they fall for that whole agenda that maxis are pushing. There's going to be an alternative society. Invest in Bitcoin now for freedom. Don't invest in these ISO coins. And yet, what's going to happen at some point is they're going to get rid of Bitcoin. No one talks about it. Christine Lagarde says it's going to be irrelevant in the future, and I feel the same way. List the crypto that are linked to ISO and the World Economic Forum. Which one do you hold? You see Ripple, Quant, XDC, Stellar, IOTA, HBAR, Cardano, Algorand, and the list goes on and on. These are the cryptocurrencies of the future. This is what I invest in because I know these are the cryptos that are going to enrich us in the future. And that's very important, especially when they start pricing you out with carbon credits in the future. But take notice, Bitcoin is not on the list. I imagine they will offer homeowners a price, then rent out, all part of the World Economic Forum. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Your job will go. You will rely on the state for universal basic income. If you go over your carbon footprint, your fine is automatically deducted. 100% slavery. And I feel they're going to make you have to buy expensive equipment in the future. Expensive upgrades for your house to cut your carbon as well. Other than that, they'll just price you out of your house. And it'll become a rental for the World Economic Forum or for BlackRock or whoever else wants to invest in your home. Because everything is pushing in that direction. Your house is emitting too much carbon. You need to cut that down. Buy this, thousands of dollars worth of equipment just to get your carbon reduced. Not anti-immigration, anti-invasion. We have immigration laws, but they aren't followed to facilitate World Economic Forum, New World Order, WHO, UN, wanting to rule the globe. They were not elected by USA citizens. USA politicians don't follow laws or keep promises to constituents. And again, I'm fine with immigration. Come into the country and start your path to citizenship. But most people are coming here and they're running drugs through our southern border. Worldwide citizens are resisting the World Economic Forum and Great Reset immigration scheme. And it comes right from the World Economic Forum. Think about it like this. If they get everyone to leave these third world countries and go into, say, the US or the UK, all that land down there could easily be bought up and turned into 15-minute cities of the future. There's a hidden agenda in immigration as well. But with that said, I'm going to wrap up today's video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you watching my videos. We'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.